Another day. Bike ride. Sup? Suppity sup. Hope your day's going well. Mine's going good. It's 3 p.m. It's sunny and 25 degrees. It's just beautiful weather. The ideal day. And I'm loving life. I'm on a bike I've never rode in my videos before. And I've actually just took my first fall in over like 10 years of riding. I had my seat a little bit too high on this thing for the slipperiness, and you know, I went into a skid and I couldn't catch the ground in time because the seat was high. So I lowered it as low as I go. That way, if I skid, I won't fall on camera. But I actually had a fall there. So that was like kind of fun. I'm lucky I didn't get hurt, you know. It was like low speed. I was only going like 15, and then when I start to skid, you know, you slow down to like 10. But I still went flying over the bars sideways, and my elbow caught the ground. And I'm lucky I didn't even get like bump injuries or even bloody scratches because I'm like fully clothed. So I got scot-free. Got off scot-free on that one. But now I'm riding with my seat as low as I can go, which definitely isn't proper for the legs. But we're gonna hack it for this ride because it's too sunny and beautiful out to not be riding right now. You know, I'd be crazy to waste summer like this. Yeah, and I'm for sure gonna KOM tonight. And I'm for sure gonna get some Strava best times, and I'm gonna beat everyone in this city at every segment. Yeah, I never rode this bike on video before though. The trail is not gonna be plowed, but we rode it last time it was winter weather, so, and I don't think the snow is quite deep as last time I rode. And I'm on a little bit different of a bike this time. See the skid there? I gotta watch my speed tonight, especially when rounding a corner. These tires, while they are mountain bike tires, they are not winter mountain bike tires, and they probably should have been replaced more than 1,000 miles ago. But that costs money. So we're not about that. Someone's boot in the middle of the trail. Yeah, I hope your day's going good. That fall was like kind of fun for me because I haven't fallen in so, ever since I was a kid, I just never fell on a bike. You know, I don't do silly things that like would overly demand on my bike and demand me to have a high level of skill like a lot of riders do to correct the situation. You know, I'm not like a showboater. Man, it's much nicer riding the bike in this weather though, with the seat super low, because your center of gravity is even lower too, so you can prevent the skid even that much easier. it's not just about catching myself skidding, it's the power of my ass pushing. It's the power of my ass pushing the wheel down and not allowing it, you know? Yeah, so this is gonna turn out to be my fastest ride ever. Calling it in advance, I couldn't be wrong. There's no way we're going over an hour and 10 minutes. Last time I rode in somewhat similar conditions. I went like over an hour and 30 minutes on my ride. Whew. Oh. Yeah, this bike's a Trek 4500 though, mountain bike. It's like nothing that special, but it's like a pretty good bike for this kind of thing, you know, as long, like it would be even better if I set it up with tires. Like I complain about the gear ratio of this bike in a normal circumstance, but for a time like this, a smaller gear ratio is kind of nice, you know? We go on the sidewalk for this part because cars are going to be rushing for that green, and I don't want to be a victim to them. And I don't know the status of this bike lane yet. There we go, that's a little better. Still need to be careful going down this hill. Slow down just a little. Coward. Why not full send? True. Yeah, this gear ratio is really nice for this kind of weather, you know. I'm not even sure how many teeth are on the front gear. The cassette is a 8-speed cassette at the back. And on the front it's a triple speed ring. And it's like in the 30s, the teeth. I think it's like 36 teeth only. Now, I left my other bike at home tonight because it's better to just leave it alone and in nice condition rather than ride it in this slop with all the salt. We're BMXing tonight. The last time I rode though, I rode my BMX in the snow, and it has all season tires. They're not even all season, I'm tripping. They're just like the standard BMX tires you would expect. They give you a little bit of grip. but are gonna allow you to go fast. Oh. Woo. I guess I should apologize for my last video. Kind of like preaching my own beliefs a little too hard, but sometimes you get fed up, you know? It's like you get fed up with a lot of things, and especially when you're like being told to shush, you know? It's like, okay, I'm gonna say it even louder now. Yeah, my last ride that was like this, the snow was it's a complete blizzard, and my BMX tires have no traction, so I was constantly slipping everywhere, but it was like so fun. I got such a nice core workout doing that. Going the sidewalk here. Yeah, it's like crazy core workout, trying to keep your bike upright when you're slipping and sliding everywhere. Whew. Oh. Now, it was a shame I didn't catch my fall, though. It was like pretty good. I was definitely flying through the air for about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Sorry, I failed you guys. Oh. Now this is a scenario where you can, this person's not looking. Looked like they were gonna jump out of the sidewalk. It's hard to differentiate sometimes. Whew. Definitely targeting some different leg muscle groups tonight on this one. It's just better though to do it this way for me. It actually doesn't even bother me that much. If anything, the bike is kind of easier to ride in a different way when the seat is this low for me, because like I have a lot of muscle in the top of my legs. So like, even though it stresses my knees a little bit to do it, there's so much muscle there that, you know, and the ratio is not so tough that I can really generate like a decent amount of power. Anyone? Anyone? No one. Yeah, this is an old Trek 4500 though. Rim brake. I don't even know the year of this bike. It's got to be early 2000s. Pretty light bike for a mountain bike. Whew. Not dressed as good as I could be for this. You know, I should be wearing something brighter, but I don't really have many bright winter clothes. I'm veteran enough rider anyway, where like the only way I'm ever gonna get hit and killed is if someone's like turbo breaking the law and they like pull a turbo skid at 80 miles an hour, or just run me down completely from behind. But even that I pay attention to. Oh, see how the condition of the roads are once we get to Dundas. It's gonna be not so great, I'm guessing, but we'll see. The smart thing to do would be to turn around and take the bike lane home at about here. But we're not smart. Sonic's not cheap, he's just fast. Yeah, I should really buy some winter tires for this bike, or some like all seasons that make it competitive in the winter. Take the advice I gave someone on their old Schwinn bike today and just put some fenders on this. Pair of ugly, bulky fenders. Some nice all seasons and just make this the bad weather bike. So here we're not gonna go on the road, we're gonna ride down the sidewalk. There's construction and lots of cars going 60 that might want to run me down from behind. So we ain't doing that. I want this car that's beside me to try and go. Yeah. Don't want to get caught up in him trying to catch that light. Honda drivers. Head on the swivel. Oh. Yeah, we going on the walk too here. Walk tour. If I could have my seat a little higher, I wouldn't mind riding the road here, and I could adjust it, but it's just not worth it just for this part. You know, I can get like 80% of my power, but then too, if I want 100%, I gotta stand up and sprint. And then if I go into a slide, it's a sad time. Now that this traffic's gone, I'll go though. Yeah, tonight I'm more worried about getting hit from behind because I don't have a rear light, only have my front light on there. I'm wearing really dark clothes. And I'd rather not get into an ego battle with Mr. Dodge Ram, because I'm not built Ford tough. Get it? Truck joke, mayor joke, or premier joke. Let's go. Oh. Well, fun part of the ride over. Only suffering now. One thing that's nice about this gear ratio is you don't really run out of breath. Oh, fucking God, man, these people. Whew. Whew. I say I don't run out of breath on this gear ratio, but I've been riding a lot downhill on this ride, so better check what I'm saying. Whew. Yeah, that was cap. Now that I'm riding uphill, there's wind now too. It's tiring. Nice and cheesy does it. There's our buddy Dodge Ram again. Oh. It's so funny. I said to myself, before my ride began, man, I should really lower my seat just a little bit, you know? And I didn't, and then that happened. You know, I'm really probably, you know what? I don't know if I'm lucky or not that it happened. I'm lucky from the standpoint that I didn't get hurt. Yeah, they must have did a good job of salting Dundas West here, because it's melted and removed a lot of it. Oh. Whew. Oh. Nice thing about garbage day in the wintertime is it doesn't smell quite as bad. The cold hides that rancidness. Oh. Got this red, let's raise this seat a little. That should be better. Oh. So many drivers doing shitty things usually overcome it easy enough, you know? Whew. Can usually overcome it with like riding at a higher speed, but it's just not plausible for me tonight on this bike. These tracks. Even taking that really good angle there, I still almost slipped. Whew. After you take a fall like that too at the start of a ride, there's usually like a couple choices, like one of two. Give up and go home, or ego it and ride anyway. And it's hard to know which is the right choice, genuinely. Because it's like, am I just making an excuse because I'm a coward, you know? And then it's like, that's another day of exercise you didn't get. I'm glad I egoed it. You fall down and it's like, mama didn't raise no bitch. Even if I got hurt, I probably still would have egoed it tonight, because I'm on my quest to lose weight this month, you know? Trying to lose as much as I can to the end of December. And that might not be the brightest idea with Christmas coming around, but it is the brightest ideas. Why am I gonna wait for some bullshit New Year's resolution? Man, you bitch made white car. If you win, I would have went. It's amazing how much traffic won't stop sometimes. There we go. We're going on the walk. Yeah, that was the right choice. Woo. Oh. That was most of the hills I had to conquer this ride. Let's put the seat back down now. It's not on there straight enough. That's better. How do you expect the KOM like that, Fred? True. Absolutely correct. It's just such a different bike than my other bike. This bike, since my legs are so developed from always riding in like my highest gearing, even though I'm riding in my highest gear of 44 teeth a lot, you know, I'm at a 48 tooth now, but all the other times mostly, I'm always like in first, second, or third highest gear on my 44 teeth. Bounce between second and third a lot, and then when it's all out sprint, you go first for me. But this bike just doesn't tire out my muscles in the same way, but it's kind of nice too. Oh. Whew. The group set isn't anything special on this bike, but I wouldn't call it low end either. For mountain bikes, I guess it's kind of low end. Shimano Dior, not Dior XT, which Dior XT used to be the highest end for mountain bikes. I'm pretty sure they have one higher now. Like, I think even some mountain bikes run GRX. But Shimano Dior is pretty good. I don't got any problem with it, especially on a bike like this. You know, like, you're not exactly wanting high-end components on this thing. So Dior is like perfect. I'm sure in this bike's heyday it was the shit. Now, not so much. But it got me through this ride, even though I took my first fall in like more than 10 years, for sure. Good to know I still got the adamantine skeleton under there. And the heel factor, because I'm not really hurting from that. And it was a pretty, I wish I caught it. I just wasn't, I wasn't recording yet because I had planned to pull off into a parking lot. And set up all my stuff. Oh. Let's get off this road. Whew. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more like beautiful summer rides such as these though. Like, I was so happy last year when the weather was so bad that I could barely ride in my BMX. It's like, it pushes your body to such a, Jesus Christ, this guy. Yeah, it pushes your body to such a limit that you normally can't attain. Like, it pushes my body to the limit that of people that do calisthenics probably feel. I don't have the patience for that, but when my bike is forcing me into it, it's kind of fun, you know? Bike's just throwing you all over the place and you're just ripping your core trying to keep it straight, you know? Avoiding particular wording there because avoiding keeping it up, Rusty. Don't have trouble with that yet, fortunately, and I credit that to riding the bike. If you got problems down there, you need to ride your bike more. And if you do have problems down there, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you. That sucks. Goal when I meet my weight, find hot girl, bang hot girl. You know, plow her harder than the Amish plow the fields. Oh. Whew. Yeah, this bike might benefit from a new seat post, saddle, and winter tires. I've been trying to find 26-inch carbon mountain bike wheels for my main mountain bike that I ride right now. They won't make much difference on the flats, but they'll make a difference climbing. And my old wheel set, while it's still like decent, when it was stolen, the bike was stolen from me and then I got it back, but when I got it back, the people like must have been doing some kind of tricking on it or riding downstairs a lot, because the rim was just never the same after that. It was a little warped, lots of spokes were broken, and tried to smooth it out as best as could, but just never the same after that. But it's still really good. Like, when it's well maintained, it's still a 9 out of 10 rim for what it is, you know? Old Mavic aluminum rim, more than 20 years old and still performing that well. Like, what more do you want? Carbon. Chinese carbon that's going to explode and finally take me out. That is what I desire. Just full disintegration at 55 kilometers an hour. Oh. Yeah, we'll be encoding the video tonight. We're well past 40 minutes at this point. This was a really nice ride. I'm glad I didn't turn around. And I know I wasn't that entertaining with talking on this ride. I didn't really say anything, you know, more just rambling about pointless shit. But after my last video, I wanted to kind of have a video like this because, you know, just show off the nice summer weather that I'm having here now, and give a little bit of a gap, you know, because my last video I was like going off on the YouTubes, I was going off on the justice system. And it was all because the internet algorithms can't even let me and another person have a simple disagreement without getting in the way with an automatic censor. You know what I mean? It's like, are we not men and women? Like, just let people think what they want to think and let them take accountability for the things they think. Like, mind-bending to me, some things, how you're just not allowed to have your opinion. Too draconian for me, that kind of thing. The only thing I believe is, well, I try to operate under the principle of don't negatively impact someone's life in a physical way. Same with emotional too, try not to. However, the emotional part's just impossible sometimes, you know. But I try to have as little of an impact in that area as I can have, you know, and that's, I believe, how you should be most of the time in life, you know. And if you can't honor such a simple thing, and you repeat an offense of that, you know, too many times, then it's like, there eventually comes a moment where it's like, when is it too much, you know? Oh, shit. I'm just a firm believer in reform of people, and you really put proper effort into the reform and should make it obvious how it's obvious and which way you should reform. And if they prove they can, then you let them go, you know, in whatever period. And if they show signs that you can't, genuine signs, you know, that's when you gotta take care of them properly. Make sure they're not like hurting other people, you know? That's why I was really against them shutting down a lot of the asylums, just because they found a couple of cases of, you know, malpractice, we'll call it. Anyway, it was a good ride till I started talking about that stuff. That's it. That's all. And the same ride's never the same ride. Thanks for sticking with me through the summertime. Take care of yourselves, and I'm grateful for you.